Greetings from Radha. Always excited to come in front of you and then share my knowledge. From the day one, I'm more interested in sharing the knowledge. Have taken various platforms. Obviously, started with sharing the knowledge with friends and family. It was always a passionate activity rather than anything else. It's a continuous research. Success and failures are not part of my agenda. Knowledge and knowledge sharing is part of my agenda. So if you look at the peer-to-peer lending, this is my favorite subject. When I found that people are struggling to acquire funds, it could be for a marriage, it could be for education, it could be for business, it could be for anything. So one out of the 18 applications are successful. So if one out of the 18 applications are successful, what's happening to the rest of the 17? That's what we are in India. We all need money. I need money, you need money. That's where the peer-to-peer lending can solve. If the peer-to-peer lending platform, which is Oxy Loans. So Oxy Loans is almost now 9 years old platform. We started that in 2016, an RBI approved platform. So where anybody can launch a loan request. So think of the way you are posting something in the Facebook, you can actually launch a loan request on oxyloans.com, and borrowers are obviously open-ended, right? They have to share their data, and as per the RBI guidelines, you have to tell who are you, share your KYC, share your salary details, share your CIBIL report. Then what we do, we show all that to the lenders. So on the platform, think like a platform where you have people, okay, with money. So think of a platform where you have people with money and people who are looking for money, right? So if you look at in India, fortunately, we all are aspirants. We all love to do something. It could be business, it could be a personal activity, and we need money. So that's what Oxy Loans, where we solve the problem of anyone able to launch a borrow request and then ask for money. Then in the past 2 years, if you look at, especially past 10 months, we are more active on the AI part of it. So what we have done, now we have launched askoxy.ai, an AI platform where you can launch an AI agent. Instead of asking money, you share your experience, you share your aspiration. When you share your aspiration, or you talk about the AI agent where you have solved any problem. If at all you have solved any problem, and if you can put how you have solved that problem into the instructions, it's all very friendly. If you have not launched AI agent on askoxy.ai, I suggest you now go on to askoxy.ai, launch AI agent, tell about yourself, tell about your idea, tell about the problems you have solved, or if you want to discover something, launch a discovery agent, or if you want, if you are a student, you want some question papers to be pulled, you want a companion, launch a AI companion, it will work for you. So the idea is, yes, I am very integral part of the Indian problems ecosystem. We'll live in loads of problems. I see that it's an opportunity to solve the problem rather than sleeping on the problem or commenting on the problem. So when I launched Oxy Loans, it was not easy. I have to go to the RBI and get the approval, right? But now look at the AI agents, askoxy.ai agents. You can just come onto it and express yourself, launch the agent. It's better than app, right? App cannot do the conversations. AI agent can do the conversations on spot, real-time conversations. Okay, I'll also show that to you, but you have to experience the agent. Okay, so if you have any questions, please feel free to ask either now or later. And then if you are in Hyderabad, please come down to Miyapur Metro Station D. I am in a Miyapur Metro Station D. This is a askoxy.ai office. We are 70 employees. However, this particular AI studio So what I have done in this AI studio, so possibly I was able to bring all my books over here, and I'm making all these books available for the people, right? And this is the place you can just come, chit chat with us. We have so many chairs. Chairs are not a problem. Okay. So the whole idea is, how can we make knowledge available to all of you, and how can we make each one of you knowledgeable on the AI agents. Okay. So now tell me, have you launched your first AI agent? It's not just interacting with the ChatGPT or Perplexity. Okay. So let me tell you one thing. So while you are okay with using the Perplexity and ChatGPT, I also want to tell you, this Perplexity and ChatGPT can only give you the knowledge. They cannot enable you to launch the AI agent. You tell me, using the Perplexity or ChatGPT, can you launch the AI agent and share it with the people? You ask yourself. But in askoxy.ai you can do that. So let us take the 3 examples. So we are talking about 3 examples where you can launch AI agent and share it with people. Can you do that? Can ChatGPT allow you to launch AI agent and share it with people? Can Perplexity allow you to launch AI agent and share it with people? Now let's come to askoxy.ai. Askoxy.ai is our platform. The whole agenda of the askoxy.ai is, it enables you to launch an AI agent and then you can share it with the people. For example, you have a startup, okay, and you are solving a problem, right? So look at startup solving a problem. Right? So if you have a startup and you are solving a problem, how do you express that? Right? How do you express that, and how many times you will go for a pitch? Think of an AI agent which talks about your startup. Okay. For example, your agent name is raising funds for your startup name. Raising funds for my startup and this startup name. Now, in that agent, you tell what do you want. Okay. You want X million of funds. What's the problem you are solving? How you are solving that problem? You tell it once, your agent can tell to the people hundreds of times, millions of times it can tell. So all that you have to do is launch AI agent, tell what is your business idea, tell what is the problem you are solving, and leave it to the market. And market will do the conversations. Okay. So I'll also show you that. How do you launch an AI agent and how that can be interacting with the people. Okay. Give me a minute. So once you launch an AI agent, okay, we'll go to askoxy.ai. Ask Oxy. Okay, we got the askoxy.ai. So in askoxy.ai, go to bharath-aistore and click on create agent. Now you can launch an agent asking for funds for your startup. You can launch an agent asking funds for your business. You can launch an agent asking funds for your personal trip. And why you want to go for a personal trip? How will you repay? All those things you can tell in the agent, and let people do the conversations with that agent and let them decide whether they want to give the funds to you or not. Okay, so are you ready? Are you ready to launch the AI agent. So if you look at that's the bharath-aistore. So click on the bharath-aistore. Where are you now? You are on a home page of askoxy.ai, right? You are on the home page of askoxy.ai. I'm showing it very closely. You are on the home page of askoxy.ai, and what you do, you come to bharath-aistore, okay? Launch the agent. Let me click on the bharath-aistore. So on a bharath-aistore, what you can do? You can actually launch AI twin. So I have a friend. So my friend always he wants money. He wants money for various activities. I'm always inspired. Every time he comes out with a new idea and then he pulls the funds, he launches an idea. So now he doesn't need to go to the people. Okay, he just need to launch the AI twin. If I click on create AI agent, if I click on create AI agent here, okay, so it will ask me, wow, what is that? How you want me to create the agent? Build with steps. Okay, so it will ask me certain questions and I answer certain questions. Then the agent is ready. So that agent can do the conversation. So now think of me. I want to raise funds and I want to go to the hundreds, thousands, millions of people and tell about my story. Can I do that? I cannot. So instead of me going to the hundreds and millions of people, what I will do, I launch my AI agent, I'll tell my business idea, I will put all my conversations into the agent, and agent will replicate me. Agent will talk like me. If anybody asks questions, agent will answer. So think of ability. See, for me the most important is I have an idea. How do I communicate? Your LinkedIn, your social media, they are static, right? They don't do on the spot conversation. But the agent is like your ChatGPT. In fact, it's a wrapper on the ChatGPT, right? If you tell how to ask the questions, how to respond, it will take care of it. So let me show you some of the agents that are already launched. So this is my dashboard actually. On my dashboard, so if I click at our products, okay, and my agents, right? If I click on my agents, so you will see all the agents that I have already created. So Jakes is one of my friends who lives in Boston. Okay, he wants to be made himself available. So I can ask a question. See, if I view, so Jakes has, his name is Jagdish Chinnam Chakravarti. So he said Jakes. So now what he says, I am always here for the community. What can we build together today? So that's his question. Now, instead of Jaggi always available to you in front of the video or in front of the audio or in front of the social media, now he is available. He's saying, wow, that's his style. Wow, that's the spirit. I am amazing how much we can achieve when we collaborate. How about we start by identifying areas where technology, specifically AI, could make a big difference in our community. Don't worry, together we'll make an incredible impact. So now Jaggi is on. So I am actually interacting with Jaggi. Okay. So now my question to him is, tell more about yourself. Tell more. Okay. So hope you are able to see. The moment I say tell more, with whom am I talking? I am talking with Jaggi, right? So Jaggi has given the way he interacts. Okay. So if you look at his style is always wow. Okay. So now, okay, tell more. So he was telling that, of course, great to see your enthusiasm. Let's dive in. AI has incredible potential to transform education, healthcare and all. So where is he actually? He is living in Boston, right? And now he can be interactable. You can interact with Jaggi all the time using his AI agent. He has built this AI agent once. Now I request all of you to go to the bharath-aistore. Okay, launch your AI agent. So that's what we show here, right? Launch AI agent today. So if I click on launch AI agent today, I come back. Should I launch AI twin? AI twin means the replica. Are you with me? Okay, so I'm seeing whether we are on the same page. Yes, AI twin. AI twin is a replicator. It replicates you. Okay, for example, I'm a decent father. So as a father, I need to build my AI agent, always communicating the way my kids want to understand. So I can build an AI agent and be a good teacher for them in mathematics, be a good storyteller. I do tell some stories to my kids at a bedtime. Okay, so instead of me telling, I create an AI agent, my replicator, and then tell them, why don't you pull these stories from Chennamama? Why don't you pull these stories of Lokesh Kanakaras, because my elder son loves his screenplay. So once I tell, it tells the story every day as per the schedule. So are you launching AI agent now? Go to askoxy.ai, click on bharath-aistore, click on create agent, launch it now. If you have a business idea, launch your business idea. If you are an expert in mathematics, tell how you teach the mathematics. If you are an expert script writer, tell that you are a script writer, how do you write the script, and who is your target customer, who should read your script and who should produce your script. So nothing should stop you. Nothing should stop you. The way you are uploading in the Facebook, the way you are uploading in the LinkedIn, now it's time for you to tell your whole story, not just who are you and what are you. You say, I am so and so, I want to achieve so and so, I want funds, I want people, okay, and I have the creativity, I have the strategy, but I need a platform. So you should use this ChatGPT movement. Now you don't need to tell about AI to anyone, but what is your AI? It is just ChatGPT? No. Build a wrapper on the ChatGPT using the askoxy.ai, build your own AI agents. When you build your own AI agent, it is yours, right? Yours is always yours. You express. So we looked at the AI twin, then AI enabler. So it helps you in productivity. You want to know what is happening in the OpenAI every day. So you tell this, go to OpenAI, pull this data, and by 10 a.m. it should be in my mailbox. That will do for you. And AI discovery, searches and surfaces knowledge. For example, you are a superb student, you want to join TCS only, for example. Okay, so you tell that I want to interact with the TCS seniors, I want to interact with the TCS HR people, I want to interact with the TCS consultants. Tell to the agent once, agent will keep pulling the jobs for you and then sending. That's called AI discovery. Okay, and similarly, AI engagement. So for me now, I am trying to engage you, talks, teachers or guides. So if I can tell my AI agent once that you should always teach, you should always talk about AI, it will actually on behalf of me, both audio and video, it will talk. Okay, and AI operator executes tasks with accuracy, right? So for example, you are into forex. Every time when a rupee comes to 80 rupees, you want to buy it. So build a AI operator. Okay, so everything is possible. Everything is possible. So one of our friends, Mihir Krishna, I think Perplexity will do the job. Sir, we don't need to create more. No, this is wrong. This is wrong. Perplexity is perplexity. It is not yours. Okay, it can never act like you. You have to create your own agent. Okay, you have to feed what you want. Right? Every humor is same, but why do we have different names? Every cricketer is same, but why somebody makes a century and somebody goes out every day? Right? So never ever compare. You are a champion. You are a champion by yourself. You own your agent. Whether it is on top of the Perplexity, on top of the ChatGPT, on top of the askoxy.ai. What is Perplexity? Perplexity is on top of the ChatGPT. So that's what you go to Srinivasan, he will always tell you, don't listen to the people if somebody says it is just a Perplexity. You build something on the Perplexity, then you are is built on ChatGPT and it solved some of the problems that ChatGPT was not solving. A good presentation, a good links, a good way. It's like pizza. When pizza came to India, there was no mushroom on it. There was no capsicum on it. There is no onion on it. So it's a now Pizza Hut is an Indianized pizza. You get onions on top of the pizza. and you get capsicum on top of the pizza and mushroom on top of the pizza, then it is your pizza, right? When there is a KFC, we see the MFC, right? Our own Malik frozen foods example. So never ever compare the champion in you with anybody else. Okay, whatever it is, launch an AI agent. Okay, so I have shown this. Now when you are launching the AI twin, click on AI twin. Okay, so it will ask you, what is your name, what is your professional identity, what is your experience, what is the problem solved in the past. Okay, so the moment you give this information, it understands that you are able to solve many problems. So once it understands you are able to solve many problems, it will ask you a few more questions and say, okay, you solve X problem, tell more about it. You solve Y problem, tell more about it. The more you keep telling to it, it will create an agent for you, right? That's what I showed here. So if you look at my agents, so my agents are my agents. They are not Perplexity agents or ChatGPT agents. My home is my home. If somebody asks your home address, you will not tell the mall address, right? You have to tell your home address, right? So your home is your home. Create agents with askoxy.ai. I'm showing you again, that's askoxy.ai. Okay, and how many agents I have created? I have created so many agents. Okay, a cloud infra agent. So every day I want to understand what's happening with Azure, what's happening with GCP, what's happening with Oracle. How do I do every day? So this is my agent. I launched it once and it keeps pulling me the data every day. I see a lot of questions popping up here. Okay, so let me answer one by one. So could you please turn your camera around or adjust the mirror? It's a bit difficult. Oh, are you seeing a mirror image? So I was thinking that you are getting the straight. Are you able to see the text the way I am able to see? I am able to see in a correct way. Are you able to see in a correct way? Can you just answer that? Somebody can answer. Do you have a problem in seeing the text? Greetings from Radha Krishna. Can you read that? Okay. So given the context, all that I want to say is there are many agents created. So why I am creating these agents? I want you also to create that agent. And where do you create that agent? You create that on askoxy.ai, and then it's your agent. Share that agent with your friends. For example, you are very good at chemistry, and then you know how to read the chemistry and how to solve the problems in the chemistry. Launch an agent saying that a chemistry tutor, and you say that I am so and so, I have studied chemistry and this is the way I teach chemistry, and you tell your approach to the agent once, and it can bring many students for you and they will pay. At the end of the day, they will pay. So coming back, we have picked up one of the toughest subjects, that is Oxy loans, RBI approved peer-to-peer lending company. Anybody can lend money and anybody can borrow money. So if anybody can lend money, anybody can borrow money, and we made a 1,600 crore company. Okay, now I want anybody can launch agent and anybody can use the agent. Agent is yours. You earn money using the agent. You can raise funds using the agent. You can tell stories using the agent. And now this agent is not sitting in the ChatGPT. Our agent is not sitting in the Perplexity. This agent you can share it with the whole world, right? I have showed when I clicked on, okay, so if I click on Jake's, okay, whiteboard is mirrored. Oh God, whiteboard is mirrored. So thank you for that information. I need to understand how do I shift it. Okay, so let me change the camera view. I have changed the camera view, and then I have turned the camera this side now. So hope this is not mirrored now. Let me come back and see. Is this mirrored? Now can you read the text straightforward? Whiteboard is mirror, cannot read. What's going on, what the context? Okay, it's all about AI agents. Okay, guys, so is it a straight content? Can you read the content? Is it mirrored? I need answers because I have changed the direction. Hey, better but blurred. Okay, how is it now? Yes, it's okay, but blur. But let me manage. Okay, I'll keep it here. So all that I am trying to tell you is launch AI agent today. Launch your AI agent today. Where do we launch the AI agent? Go to askoxy.ai. Why you should launch the AI agent? Because you can tell your stories. You want to raise funds, launch an AI agent. You want to seek a job, launch an AI agent. Or you want to give a job, launch an AI agent. Oxy Loans, that's our first company in 2016. We are doing a 1,600 crore business, RBI approved peer-to-peer lending. We made anybody to launch their fund request and anybody to fund that borrower request. Lender and borrower are together. There are challenges, but we fulfilled it. So when you launch an agent, this is how you will launch. Let me also see. Okay, so this is how you will launch. You will tell about who are you will tell about what are you, and you will tell about target customers. For example, if you are launching your profile, you can launch your profile as an agent. And if your target customer is TCS, your target, when you say customer, your target company is TCS, your target company is Infosys, you can choose them. When you choose them, actually your profile goes to them. Okay, so if you go to askoxy.ai, you can see our services, our jobs, agents, all are free. Okay, so launch your AI agent today. I want to tell you something very seriously. Okay, so it's not that I have everything in my hand. I'm able to achieve it with lots of passion, with lots of interest, with lots of courage. Now I made askoxy.ai and agents creation absolutely free, and you can launch it. Never ever compare with anything. You are launching your own agent. You are sharing it with the people. People are using it. The more people use, they pay for you. When they pay for you, you are talking about money generation, not paying money to the Perplexity, not paying money to the ChatGPT. You are talking about creating an agent and earning money. How do you earn money? If you are a very serious chemistry lecturer or a physics lecturer or a IT expert, the problem solver, you tell how do you solve the problem and leave it to the world. So world will keep asking the questions and you keep solving using your agent. So that way you can earn a lot of money. First experience it. Experience the magic of launching AI agent. It will only take 5 to 10 minutes. It will ask few questions. You answer in English and your agent is ready. All the best. Thank you. Radha Krishna.